Quand les suspects essayent de tuer le détective.
You got a family at home? Yeah. How many kids?
Ouais, 2 enfants.
Pretty old.
This is the moment 19-year-old Hollis Daniels chose to take an officer's life. He somehow managed
Oh,
to
il l'a
sneak
tué! Il l'a tué!
a gun into the interview, a decision that would set off a chain of events far more devastating than anyone could have ever
Il l'a
imagined.
tué!
But suspects trying the unthinkable to avoid prison is far more common than you'd hope. Like when this guy went for an officer's gun in the interrogation room.
Il essaie de prendre son arme.
Or when this guy smuggled in a fully loaded pistol right before the eyes of clueless officers. But first, let's take a look at Chad Breinholt, who's about to learn the hard way why you shouldn't grab a police officer's service
Pourquoi
weapon.
tu dois prendre une arme de service? Il a l'arme, il a l'arme.
Chad was taken into custody after showing up at his girlfriend's workplace severely intoxicated. But he wasn't here to cooperate. In fact, he's here to make the officer's life a lot more difficult. As he sits in the interrogation room, he grows restless and starts eyeing the holster on an officer's waist when he gets an idea that would turn his otherwise minor charge into a death sentence.
No, we're not letting you go. We told you it'll still be a few minutes before you can go anywhere.
Before what?
Before we go to jail. Tell you what, give me your shoe.
No.
Yeah.
I'm giving you my shoe. Give me my shoe.
I got it. Okay, fuck, he's got my gun! He's got my gun! You're about to die, my friend!
Tu vas mourir, mon pote. Ils vont lui tirer dessus, du coup. Ils l'ont tué.
Shots fired, shots fired. You good, you good? We need medical. Yeah. Fuck.
Bringing a firearm into an interrogation room is never a good idea, which is why most police departments prohibit detectives from bringing firearms into interrogation rooms. But that didn't prevent this next guy from sneaking in his own gun and ending a life.
Nick, someone didn't search him.
Quelqu'un ne l'a pas recherché. Son arme? Hein, personne n'a fouillé, machin?
This is 30-year-old Gary Rowland, a local criminal brought into the interrogation room to tell officers what he knows about narcotics and weapon trafficking. Or at least, that's what they think. What they don't realize is that Gary has smuggled a loaded pistol inside and is about to end one of their colleagues' lives.
Et il va tuer un des... Non, c'est une
A
dinguerie.
Callaway County father heard what sounded like a gunshot outside his home. When he stepped out to investigate, he found a car blocking his driveway with a fully loaded assault rifle visible in the back seat. Fearing for his family's safety, he quickly called the police. A police officer was immediately dispatched to the scene, and after running the car's identification number, he realized it belonged to Gary, someone the DEA had been chasing for months. Knowing Gary was likely in the neighborhood, officers narrowed their search, and with the help of CCTV and local witnesses, they quickly located him at a nearby apartment complex. He was moved into custody and arrested without any problems. Surprisingly, before he was transported to jail, he agreed to snitch on local drug dealers and firearms trafficking in exchange for a reduced sentence.
Sauf qu'avant de se faire enfermer, il a accepté de jouer la poucave, genre pour la police, et de réduire sa charge et sa peine de prison. Donc il est retourné dehors pour donner des infos.
Officers took him straight to the police station for questioning, a decision that would soon prove fatal.
Donald Bowie, des petits caches. Donc là, il a l'arme sur lui, là. T'as lu tes droits, non? Si tu veux nous parler, tu peux. J'aimerais avoir une cigarette et parler à ma meuf.
During interrogations, when a suspect is willing to cooperate, detectives often try to make them feel comfortable.
Ok, donc ils vont accepter le fait de lui donner la cigarette pour qu'il soit plus à l'écoute et qu'il parle et tout.
And unthreatened. Sometimes even letting them lead the conversation.
Laissez mener la conversation.
Gary is allowed
Donc
to
Gary
smoke
lui donne
bread,
une
but this
cigarette.
would prove to be a huge mistake. When they return to the room, surveillance footage shows him pulling his right pant leg just below the knee, making it easier to access his concealed weapon. He then asks the detectives for one last favor, after which he promises to tell them everything. Unfortunately for them,
Donc là, il est
the
démenotté.
favor would cost one of the deputies their life.
Give us the information. C'est quoi, 10-20 ans de prison que tu vas prendre, donc donne des infos. Je peux avoir cette cigarette? Un pack de cigarettes. Il y en a une qui arrive pour toi. Je lui avant ton départ et tout machin, c'est la dernière. Tu veux fumer? Oui.
Officers believe they're on the verge of obtaining crucial information, so they grant him another smoke break.
Ok,
They
donc,
follow
ok.
him outside.
Vu qu'il
but
pensait
this time,
qu'il allait dire les choses, ils se sont dit allez vas-y va fumer, c'est ça?
one of them will come back alive. Standing in front of the building, Gary waits for the perfect moment to strike, and as soon as the coast is clear, he wastes no time drawing his gun.
Aïe. Ok, il a tué Jody Cash, il a essayé de tirer sur Donald, mais Donald, il est pas mort. Il a sorti son arme et il a tué Gary. Je ne suis pas sûr de savoir. Un officier à terre. Jody Cash, ouais, voilà. Donc là, il doit être mort.
Someone didn't search him. I hope it hurts. It was in his
Ah non, il est pas mort, il est pas mort.
waistband. I hope it fucking hurts. Hell yeah.
No, go over there to Jody.
Stay alive,
Go to Jody. Go to Jody first. Go to Jody first. You need to go be with Bowman because Jody's not doing good, man. Somebody needs to be with Bowman. Yep. Yeah, go 6 more hours, Brian. He's done for it.
C'est fini pour lui. Est-ce que c'est le gars qui avait l'arme?
He had a gun on his waistband.
Il n'a pas assez fouillé, il avait la ceinture au pistolet. Il avait le pistolet à la ceinture.
44-year-old detective Jody Cash was transported to the hospital in critical condition, but tragically, he succumbed to his injuries shortly after. As for Gary Rowland, he was shot 12 times immediately after the incident and
Ouais, il s'est fait tirer dessus 12 fois.
died on the spot. When officers inspected his gun, they discovered it had jammed, a lucky malfunction that prevented more
Il s'est enrayé, il y avait un dysfonctionnement potentiel qui a permis
lives from
d'éviter des
being
pertes
lost.
de
This
vie
is
humaine.
exactly
Ça veut dire qu'en plus son arme, vu qu'elle a bugué au gars qui a tiré, il a pas pu tuer l'autre policier.
why suspects must be searched thoroughly before any interrogation. But
Oh la
sometimes,
vache.
officers come dangerously close to being killed with their own weapon.
Please don't shoot me! Please don't shoot me!
On January 24th,
What? Oh, cette
2025,
fois-là, la date du décès de mon père, wesh.
officers from the Fountain Valley Police Department received a call about a man who tried to forcibly open a woman's car door in an attempted carjacking. The suspect, identified as O'Sheen McClintock, was shirtless, and when an officer
Torse nu?
arrived, it
Parce qu'un genre,
didn't take
il a
long
pas
to
fallu
locate him.
longtemps.
Not in trouble or anything, man. I just need to talk to you.
Can you take me to Jonathan's?
Okay, we'll figure that out. Just take a seat for me. You're good. What's wrong? You got no shirt on. Take a seat.
I know.
Huh? Take a seat.
I don't have to.
Assis-toi.
do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
In Jesus' name I pray forever. Amen. Jesus' name I pray forever. Amen.
Et Kev, il est fou, mais c'est un malade.
Just 148 at this time.
Un cardio de fils de pute qu'il faut avoir pour courir avec un gilet pare-balles, les vêtements, l'ensemble. Waouh.
He's in the parking lot across from the PD.
The man managed to outrun the officer and get out of sight, but just a few seconds later, he approached another cop car. Only
Ok,
this
notre voiture
time,
de police,
he
il s'est
didn't
rapproché, mais
have
cette
the
fois-ci,
best
ses intentions n'étaient pas les
intentions.
meilleures. Il va lui tirer dessus. Tire. Ah! Il va pas prendre son arme, mais arrête! Mais tu te fous de ma gueule! T'as juste à tirer, frère.
Save in Jesus' name! You're saved in Jesus' name forever! You're saved in Jesus' name forever!
Il lui a pris son arme, la vie de ma mère, il lui a pris son arme à la policière. C'est une policière, pourquoi elle a pas tiré? Mais qu'est-ce qu'elle est conne!
Yes, I got it! Yes, I got it! Yes, I got it!
Forever!
Please don't shoot me! Please don't shoot me!
She's got her weapon! Put it down, dude! Put it down! Put it down! Hey, put it down!
Les gars, c'est horrible.
998, 998.
Luckily for the
ça va, j'ai eu peur, j'ai cru la policière allait se faire marbrer par le fou. Ça va, le fou il s'est fait marbrer, c'est pas une grande perte.
Female officer, O'Sheen didn't shoot her, especially when she fell on her knees while trying to run. Unfortunately for O'Sheen though, he didn't survive the hail of bullets, and paramedics pronounced him dead at the scene. But not every suspect is...
Par contre, je sais pas si vous avez vu, mais quand il est arrivé, regardez. Regardez.
She's got her weapon.
Je pense qu'il a pas dû faire attention le policier, mais regardez.
Put it down, dude.
Il a enlevé le chargeur.
Put it down. Put it down.
Il a enlevé le chargeur. En fait, même s'il tire, il y a rien qui sort.
Hey, put it down.
C'est toujours une perte. Oui, mais là, si je devais faire un 50-50, je préférerais perdre un craquette que la policière, frère.
Survived the hail of bullets, and paramedics pronounced him
dead at the scene.
But not every suspect is successful in grabbing a police officer's gun so effortlessly, like in the case of 27-year-old Thomas Robinson. Thomas was brought in for questioning after shooting a 17-year-old in broad daylight. He was charged with murder, and if
regarde sa tête. Tu sens à sa tête que le mec est noir. Il a une noirceur de ouf, genre.
Convicted, could spend the rest of his life in prison.
À vie.
But Thomas wasn't about to go down easily. As the officer moves in to handcuff
il a plus rien à perdre, donc pourquoi tu rentres avec une arme?
him, Thomas glances at his waist and attempts what can only be described as the most reckless escape plan imaginable.
Même avec le taser, ça bouge pas.
Piece of shit. God damn it! Motherfucker! Yeah, I'm good. You couldn't get it.
The suspect tried to grab the officer's gun, but the safety features built
il en avait plus rien à foutre, hein. Il a dit tue-moi, il en avait
holster kept him from pulling it out. Just like that, Thomas's grand escape plan failed. But he wasn't the only one with ambitious ideas. The next suspect tried something similar, only his weapon of choice was far more unconventional, to say the least. A man named Reed Duran was arrested at an elementary school after pretending to be the father of a kindergartner. He was acting
le gros pointeur, il a fait croire que c'était le daron d'un gosse de la maternelle.
Strangely around the children.
Ça, il s'est fait arrêter où, le pointeur?
Couldn't correctly name any of them, so officers took him into custody and brought him to the station. During the investigation, he confessed to officers that he had planned to lure one of the children away from the group, incapacitate them with candy laced with tranquilizers, and abduct them while they were
il essaie de donner des bonbons aux gosses, mais c'est vraiment le cliché de pédophile.
In Ohio, attempted kidnapping can mean up to 8 years in prison. But Reed had no intention of serving that time. Instead, he made a desperate bid to escape.
Il a désespérément essayé de s'échapper. Il va essayer de lui mettre le stylo dans la gorge. Oh, ferme ta gueule, regarde. Ah non, ok, j'ai compris, my bad.
Stop. Put your hands behind your back now.
That split-second decision only added another felony assault charge, and now Reed faces up to 30 years in prison instead of just 8. His escape plan clearly didn't end well, but the story's different for 19-year-old Hollis Daniels, who actually managed to do what previous suspects couldn't.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a fait, lui?
You have a family at home? Yep. And the kids? Pretty old?
Non mais lui c'est une blague, non mais lui j'y crois pas.
On October 8th, 2017, Hollis got into an argument with his friend after allegedly stealing his gun. At one point, he even threatened to shoot him with it. When Hollis left the house that evening,
le gars il a volé l'arme de son
friend
pote.
Leo called police and reported
Léo a
what
appelé
had
la police, a
happened.
signalé
Hollis
ce qui
was
s'était
quickly
passé.
located and pulled over on his way back to his dorm.
Okay, what's going on tonight, man?
Just keeping it easy. How's it going?
Huh? Where were you coming from?
My buddy's house.
We got a call about you causing a disturbance.
A disturbance?
Yeah, over at your friend's house.
Oh, no.
Where's your friend live at?
28th or 29th or something.
Okay, what's your friend's name?
Leo?
Leo?
Yeah.
Okay, why is Leo calling us telling us you're messing with him?
I have no idea, sir.
Okay. You have any guns or any weapons in the vehicle?
No, sir.
Any drugs or anything like that? Step out here and talk to me, man, okay?
Okay.
After stepping out, Hollis admitted he argued with his friends and even claimed he was thrown to the floor at one point. But he insisted he hadn't stolen anything from them, especially not a gun. When officers asked to search his car, He refused, leaving them with no choice but to let him go, despite having probable cause. The very next evening, a call came in from a student claiming that they'd heard a gunshot and saw another student holding a gun. Officer Floyd East Jr. rushed to the scene with his partner to conduct a welfare check.
Faire un contrôle.
Texas Tech Police Department. If you don't open up, we're keying in.
As they went inside, they didn't find Hollis, but they met his roommate, whom they were able to question about Hollis's whereabouts.
What's your name?
Andy.
Andy? Is that who we're looking for?
No, we're looking for Hollis. I just woke up. I'm sorry.
That's okay. What do you know about your partner that lives in this room down here?
Hollis Daniels.
Hollis Daniel.
I don't know a whole lot about him. Really. I don't know, I haven't really hung out with these guys a whole lot.
Okay.
Did you hear it or see anything kind of weird last night, in the middle of the night?
Last night?
Mm-hmm.
Last night?
Okay.
No, I got in kind of late last night because I went home for the weekend.
The officers searched Hollis's room
Bon, lui, il a rien à
and
voir
found
avec
a
tout ça.
small amount of marijuana, along with a large stash of Xanax hidden in a bottle labeled for antibiotics. Friends later said Hollis had developed an addiction to Xanax, which he was obtaining illegally, while also using marijuana to cope with anxiety.
Oh
While the officers were searching through his room, Hollis finally showed up and was very surprised to see cops there.
Hang on, what's your name, bud?
Come here, buddy. What's up? What's your name? Andreas. No, it's not. What? No, what's going on? Come on.
We've already talked to your other 3 roommates. We know what they look like.
Yeah.
Hi, Lacey. Andreas. Yeah.
Do you have any weapons or anything on you? Interlace your fingers on top of your head.
What is this called?
Keep your hands right there, okay? I'll explain it to you as soon as I get done. Spread your feet out a little for me.
This was the first of 2 searches that would be done on Hollis, and it was really important for the case.
Et genre là, ils ont pas trouvé d'armes là?
He stayed in police custody from this point on, so there was no way he could have grabbed anything without the cops seeing it.
Alors ils ont mal
That
fouillé.
meant he already had a fully loaded .45 caliber pistol tucked in his waistband during the search. Somehow, the
Comment ils l'ont pas cramé?
officers missed it, not once, but twice. That same gun would be
C'est une erreur professionnelle de la part des policiers et ça leur a coûté la vie.
used against one of them just a few hours later.
We had an order marijuana coming from this room. Had an order marijuana coming from this room.
6:25 time.
Knocked on the door, someone locked it. So we left. Then we also got a report of the gunshot.
Here's what he did. The subject flagged the ID for it, came by the room while we were processing it. 6:35, speaking with you now.
Yeah.
So what happened last night?
There was no gunshot. In here?
That's what we're told.
By who?
Somebody that heard it.
So yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I wasn't even here last night. I was over at my
Ouais.
28th Street. In fact, I got pulled over last night.
Il l'a mis dans son inventaire. Mais frère, comment ils l'ont pas cramé?
What time was that?
1 or 2.
It wasn't clear whether he was the one who fired the shot in the dorm, but the officers had enough evidence to arrest him on a drug charge. He was arrested and taken back to the station. At around 7:15 p.m., Hollis and Officer Floyd went into a room to go through some paperwork. By this time, the officers had removed his handcuffs because he had been really cooperative up until then. They didn't see him as a threat anymore, but this turned out to be
Regarde sa main, il essaie vraiment de la ramener vers le gun.
last in a series of bad decisions the officers made. One that would end up being deadly for Officer Floyd. Just before pulling out his gun,
Mais pourquoi
Hollis
tu es
asked
un
Officer
daron comme
Floyd
ça, frère?
3 questions.
You have a family at home?
En plus, c'est un fils de pute. Avant de le tuer, il lui dit t'as de la famille et tout.
Pretty old?
At that moment, Hollis pulled out the pistol and shot Officer Floyd in the head, killing him instantly. The gunshot alerted the entire department, but by the time they got to the room, Floyd was already dead and Hollis was gone. Since he was the only suspect inside the station at the time, it didn't take long before the officers showed up at his college and placed the whole campus on lockdown and began a manhunt for Hollis.
Got an officer down, he's shot in our briefing room. We don't know where the suspect went. He's about a 19-year-old white male, skinny.
What's he wearing?
Blue jeans, believe a light colored t-shirt. He had mud on his jeans from the knees down.
Blue jeans and a white t-shirt?
Yeah, and he's got facial hair.
After about 90 minutes of searching, the officers finally found him and immediately arrested him. However, when officers questioned him about what happened, he said he didn't really have a reason and that he killed Floyd in the heat of the moment. He knew he would get caught if he murdered someone, but he did it anyway. Before pulling the trigger, he even asked Officer Floyd if he had a family and kid.
Mais c'est un fils de pute.
This suggests he might have had some psychopathic traits. It seemed like he wanted to know exactly how much pain he was about to cause and how many people would be hurt by it. But
oh là là, en fait il a fait ça pour savoir à quel point il allait faire de la peine aux gens autour de lui et tout, genre c'est des traits psychopathiques.
The weight of his actions still hadn't sunk in, as he still believes he'll somehow walk free again one day.
25 to life. Plus more because of other stuff. I mean, look, that would be the responsible thing to do, is to give me jail time, and then maybe I can go for parole. But that's just going to change, not your problem, it's just going to change how I have to go about what I'm going to do.
He was charged with capital murder and faced the death penalty. In the end, though, the jury decided not to give him the death penalty, and instead sentenced him to life.
Bah, peine de mort, ils ont enlevé la peine de mort pour lui mettre prison à vie.
In prison, without the possibility
avec aucune possibilité de libération conditionnelle. Chah! Un policier a chassé un enfant de 16 ans, mass killer. Shooter. C'est un school shooter. Combien de personnes sont blessées ici? Beaucoup. Il y a du sang partout sur le sol et tout. Oh my god. Oh le stress que ça doit être, mon dieu. Oh là là.
Nobody got hurt, right?
A quiet afternoon at the Clovis Carver Public Library is destroyed when the pulverizing sounds of gunfire ring out through the bookshelves. In an instant, an ordinary day for dozens of people is twisted into a terrifying encounter with horrifying violence. Police must face that grim threat themselves if they're to stop a deranged teenager driven to kill
un adolescent déséquilibré qui a poussé à tuer pour un mobile incompréhensible.
I have church tonight at 6.
Ah, il est complètement fou. Il a dit je dois aller à la prière ce soir à 17h, mais il est fou.
On the afternoon of August 28th, 2017, a lone figure dressed in black walks up to the front doors of the public library in Clovis,
c'est une bibliothèque
Mexico.
publique.
Instead of going directly into the library, the young man circles back to use the restroom. His movements are quiet for now, but he had much to say only minutes earlier when he recorded an ominous message before leaving his house.
By the time you're watching this, the deed would have already been done. And by the deed, I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm just gonna go trolley along, find something to do. First off, I'm gonna say I'm sorry to anyone that's gonna be affected by this. This is a tough subject. I wanna say I'm sorry to my family. No, just remember happier times. I'm sorry to my girlfriend. I wanted to marry you, and I love you a lot. I just couldn't take him. This was all my idea. No one made me do this. No one made me want to do this. It was just me being mad. So I don't want my family to be punished in any sort of way.
The young man says more in his pre-recorded manifestos, and we'll hear his disturbing message soon. For now, in the moments before he unleashes his cruel violence, he takes a final picture for Snapchat.
Oh non, il y a un gosse. Oh là là là.
The final seconds before Nathaniel opens fire are almost ominous in their normalcy. Please be advised that the following footage is highly intense. However, the CCTV footage does not show anyone being physically harmed or injured.
Ok, on verra personne. Oh mon dieu, mais il y a tellement de gosses et de familles, et c'est une catastrophe, mais mon dieu. Mais imagine, t'es là frère, tu réagis comment? Tout se passe bien, et d'un coup ça va changer, genre.
That door work? Come on, come on. Come on, go on. What are you doing? Run! You idiot!
A lucky few are able to escape through a side door, and one heroic woman is careful to make sure she rescues an oblivious bystander before getting as far away from the library as possible. But back inside the library, many are still trapped in a living hell.
Il y en a plein d'autres qui sont enfermés à l'intérieur. Ah non, pas lui, il tue. Non. Miskin.
Papa, please save me.
Oh, c'est trop triste. Oh, c'est horrible. Oh mon dieu, c'est horrible. C'est horrible. C'est insupportable. Oh, c'est insupportable. Putain, il est traumatisé, ses mains, elles tremblent et tout.
A family hiding behind the information desk decides they can no longer wait for this nightmare to be over.
Go là, putain! Qu'est-ce que tu restes là? Cours!
In response to the screams for help, a man outside calls 911 as he walks into the library to rescue his wife and child trapped inside.
I'm at the library. Somebody's required shooting. Oh, there's two people laying dead up.
Il est malade, lui. Non, mais lui, c'est horrible.
The scene playing out at the Clovis Public Library is unimaginable in its terror and carnage. But help is on the way, even as the shooter paces from room to room, stalking his victims.
Ah, mais normal.
It's like prey. Police are descending on the building. Once the police are inside, the dreaded unknown lurks around every corner and behind every door. No one in the library is beyond suspicion.
Put the phone down and lay down. Lay down. Put your hands up where I can see them. Good? No. You good? We got two right here. Step away from the door. Step away from the door. Do it now. Over your head. Go, go. Come out. Step away. Step away. Step up. Come out.
Ah, ils se sont cachés là. Oh, comment elle respire la daronne, elle est traumatisée. Elle, on l'a vu dans la caméra de surveillance, elle travaille ici.
Get back in there. Get back in there and stay. Close the door and block it. Don't let anybody else in. Okay, stay right there.
The officers can't afford to let their guards down for an instant, and they're taking no chances.
Là, on l'a vu. C'est le daron.
To let their guards down, and they're taking no chances.
Imaginez le stress du daron.
Show me your hands. It's police. Police, come here. Come here. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Out. 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 Come on. Yeah. Get in. Right over there. Clear.
Oh putain, il y a des gens cachés sous les tables et tout.
Secure them. Grab. All right, put your hands on your back. Okay, all right.
Où est la menotte?
This is protocol, okay?
C'est le protocole, ok.
Which way to go? Right there to the left. That way to the left? That way to the left. Over there. Over there.
Hispanic dude, black dude, what?
No, he's a white guy.
It's an unusual sight to see police handcuffing potential victims, but at
Mais ils
this
ont aucune info.
point, they have very little to go on. With that in mind, an officer
Mais
asked
il est où?
2 witnesses who provide
Les gars, s'il a tué le petit gosse, je vais tout baiser.
critical information.
Guy on the ground? Does that look like him?
No.
No?
He was skinny. He was young. He had a hat.
Look at him. Come look at him. Come look at his face.
Wait.
Come over this way.
Ouais, mais il demande si c'est typé ou pas, parce que c'est plus facile que de dire blanc directement. Hispanique ou black, c'est généralement mais les profils. Genre, il y a plus de profils comme ça. Les policiers ils arrêtent plus des Renois des Hispaniques. C'est juste situation de. Comment on appelle ça? Genre, c'est situationnel. Le policier, il pose des questions vite, il veut y aller vite. Il dit, vas-y, dis, c'est quoi?
Is that him?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I believe in
Okay, you both just wait right over there. We got it.
Ah, ils l'ont.
Jesus, in shock. It's the fire. Don't touch it. Why? We're gonna clear it. There's another one over there. Where's it at?
That way, I think.
The shooter is handcuffed and lying on the floor beside the information desk. Shortly before police arrived, he walked up to Lupe Aguirre,
Ah oui, il a pas le temps,
the
il
man
veut
who
dire
called
vite.
911, with a little smile and told him to hang up the phone. Aguirre told the young man that the cops were right behind him, at which point the shooter walked back to the library's main room to surrender.
Ah, il a posé son arme.
Go. Subject right there.
Ah, tu t'allonges tranquillement, fils de pute, va.
Anybody else? How many?
Less than 5 minutes passed between the opening gunfire and the shooter's capture, but it's been long enough to create a tragic and chaotic scene. Police at the rear of the building still don't know if they have the right guy in custody, or if he's the only one at large.
Ah, ok.
Excuse me, sir. Are you here with somebody? Okay, if I can, let me get you on the other side of the street for now, all right? Let me see your hands. Get on the other side of the street. Okay. Why don't you maintain a position there at the dumpster? Make sure nobody's coming around the building or outside on that side where they're not going to be coming behind me. Also, keep a visual just around the area.
As officers outside work to keep the building secure, police inside the library struggle to get a handle on the nerve-wracking situation still in progress.
Stay right there, okay? Stay right there, you're all right. I'm scared.
Ah, lui, la vie de ma mère, il me fait de la peine, frère.
Stay with them.
Ambulance corner of 7th and Main. Got a small child injured.
Oui, il a tué 2 personnes.
Which door? Excuse me. I need you guys to go ahead and cross the street, get on the other side of that police unit. Just be careful with the traffic, okay? Get on the other side of that police unit, use that car for cover.
Back inside, officers are still exercising extreme caution.
Put your hands up. Keep your hands up.
Anybody else? How many?
Ah ouais, ils sont obligés de tout clear.
Let's go.
En vrai, dans une bibliothèque avec des longs couloirs comme ça, tu te caches où, frère?
I'm gonna look left, okay?
Traffic on Main.
Stay down. Keep your hands out where I can see them, okay?
As police carefully sweep the library, ideas about a second shooter begin to fade.
We still looking for one? No, we have one. There's not two.
Only one individual has caused this carnage. He'll do plenty of talking before the day is through, and much of what he says will be appalling in light of this shocking crisis. In the meantime, there are still many aspects of this emergency to contend with. First responders must sweep the entire library, get the shooter to the police station, and most importantly, tend to the victims.
Non, il n'y a pas de tireur.
Scott? Which closet? Which closet, Scott? I'm coming, just go. Which one are you in? Hang tough, bud.
The woman being led out of the back closet is Jessica Thrawn, an assistant librarian who has been shot in the shoulder. Jessica is married to an officer on the force.
Ah, c'est la femme de Thorne.
His wife. Who is she? Is she? Yeah. Is that right? She got one in the arm, but she's fine right now.
Ok, elle est blessée à l'épaule, mais elle est pas morte, genre.
Yeah. You got a tourniquet on it.
The word fine may not be the most accurate way to describe Jessica's status, but it is true that when all is said and done, she is among the lucky ones.
Okay. Well, this is my office. That door is locked from the outside, and no one came in through here. Okay. All right. I know you still need a check. We're good. We're clear back here. Can you ID her for me? That's Wanda Walters. Okay, Wanda Walters. Miss Christie. Christina Carter.
Children's librarian Christina Carter and circulation assistant Wanda Walters are among the less fortunate victims that day. Killed in this senseless violence. As the officers continue to rummage through the library, the number of victims in desperate need of their assistance continues to pile up.
I have elderly male, GS7 to his left arm.
Dans le bras gauche.
GS7.
Putain, il a blessé beaucoup de personnes. Mais je vous le dis, les gars, heureusement qu'il avait qu'une arme de poing, pas une arme d'assaut ou quoi, parce qu'il aurait fait tellement de dégâts.
The boy being carried out is 10-year-old Noah Molina, who visited the restroom at the same time as the suspect in the chilling moments before he and his big sister were shot. These gut-wrenching scenes have some officers discussing what they may have done differently.
I was shot when it came through the door. I didn't know it was him. Yeah, we got yeah, he already dropped it. I smoke checked it.
Police decide it's time to remove the killer from the crime scene.
Is that our suspect? Detective, is that our suspect? That's our suspect. Get him out. Get him up, get him out. Rice.
Where'd you find him? He had his hands up by the information post.
Attendez, me dis pas que le petit Renoir et sa sœur, ils sont morts.
The police drag the young suspect into the front lawn of the library and hand him off for transport.
I have my unit back over here.
To the hood.
Yes.
My pants are fine. Can I pick them up?
Nope, keep your hands where I can see them.
There's a nice right pocket back.
Get down on your knees. Down on your knees. What else do we have in your pockets?
I'm not sure. I think it's my charger. Oh, it's pepper.
The shooter is oddly calm in the wake of this incident.
Il est super calme.
But police won't be lulled into a false sense of security. Even with the suspect in handcuffs, they are thorough.
I ain't got nothing. That's not good for my phone.
I'm not going to trust you. Got it for a sec?
My wallet.
I need to get a unit to this location and block this street off. Want to take a seat?
The shooter is driven to the police station, but the main concentration of law enforcement is still here at the devastating crime scene.
Okay.
There's some 380 shell casings over here. And then there's another pistol in there.
Officers have found 2 guns at the scene. And as we've seen, they were put to appalling use inside the library. At the station, police identify the young man behind this dreadful mayhem.
So you understand your right to remain silent?
Yeah.
What is your name?
Nathaniel Jewett. Nathaniel Jewett. I go by Nathan.
Do you have an ID on you?
No.
Is it going to be in your wallet?
One can only wonder what drove a teenager 2 years shy of adulthood to commit such a disgusting act of brutality. Nathaniel Jewett will provide some answers, but his twisted reasons are unlikely to provide much comfort.
Impossible de savoir.
Try not to move around so much, bro. Just for your safety and for mine, okay? I don't want to have to hurt you, bro.
I'll talk to you.
I'm not here to interview you, okay? That's not what I'm here for, okay? I'm pretty sure they would appreciate you talking, okay?
I understand.
If those cuffs on your ankles get too tight, let me know. I'll loosen them if it's going to put your feet to sleep or something like that, okay? You're at the Clovis Police Department. Sir, you're not injured in any way? Do you need to see the medics or anything?
don't think so. My ears hurt.
Your ears hurt?
I can't hear out of my right one.
Okay. If you feel that you need to see the medics, I want you to tell me, okay?
Okay. Where are we?
The Clovis Police Department. Are you under the influence of something? Are you under the influence of something?
No.
It's natural that the officer would wonder about Nathaniel's sobriety after answering the same question twice in 5 minutes.
Où est-ce qu'on est? Il a dit
But
deux fois
that's
le
far
commissariat.
from the strangest thing the young killer will say in police custody.
I have church tonight at 6. I have to get there at 6. We're installing the soundboard today.
He's fully aware of where he's headed for the evening, but in a fickle attempt at a mind game, Nathaniel tries to downplay the violent act he carried out that morning.
Nobody got hurt, right?
So I don't know all the details that's going on, all right? But I do believe there are wounded people.
Whether Nathaniel really believed at this moment that the only casualty of his shooting spree was his own hearing, we cannot know. What we do know is that even high-ranking law enforcement officials are aghast at the horrors that have visited their town.
So how many injured people? Oh, God, there's multiple. There's blood all over the floor, trails. Okay, shells everywhere.
Hey, gentlemen, Lieutenant Cope, I can hear everything you guys are saying.
The officer is concerned about Nathaniel overhearing the chatter, but it seems the young shooter has more important things on his mind.
Did I have a jacket?
Not when you got with me, you didn't.
Okay. It was a hat. It wasn't a jacket. That's what it was. I had a hat on.
Nathaniel may be somewhat indifferent to the weight of his actions, but it's soon clear that this day has taken an emotional toll not only on the victims, but on the police as well.
Hey, baby girl.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good, ladies. I'm safe. Okay. Love you girls so much. I'll talk to you girls after a bit, but I'm safe. I'm good. Everything is good. Okay? I'll talk to you in a bit. Okay? Love you so much. Okay, bye-bye.
As for the killer, there are many moments over the next couple of hours that highlight his disturbed mind and his complete lack of remorse for his actions.
Any bruises, any cuts on your face? Was that marker or what?
Yeah, my girlfriend did.
Okay. So that's all marker, it's all right on you? Okay.
She drew on my stomach too.
Okay.
You know?
All right, pick up your shirt.
You work? No, sir. Student?
Yes, sir.
10th grade?
Teeth didn't work.
Okay.
The police take Nathaniel to the hospital, where he will answer some questions before heading to his ultimate destination, the Juvenile Detention Center. He tells the nurses about his substance abuse issues, which are extensive enough to surprise even the experienced healthcare workers.
Do you drink or smoke?
I drink.
How much?
Daily?
Do you drink daily?
Il boit tous les jours?
Trade spots with you, okay?
Like beer,
three beers, a couple shots. Tequila.
And do you smoke?
Tequila, il rigole.
Weed. Any other drugs?
Xanax, oxycontin, hydros.
What do you take those for? You just take those to take them?
Recreation.
Oh.
When asked about his mental health, Nathaniel tells them that he's been diagnosed with depression, but recently made the unfortunate decision to quit counseling. In a lawsuit 2 years later, the victims will accuse the psychiatrist who treated Nathaniel of failing to act, despite knowing about his violent mindset and his access to firearms. Minutes after the shooting, Nathaniel's father arrived at home to find his son missing. His absence was cause for concern, but it wasn't until Chris Jewett noticed a unique item in his son's room that his concern turned into alarm.
I went and looked in his room and found a couple more pocket knives and razor blades, and then what really got my attention was there was a $2 bill on his desk, and I have $2 bills in my gun safe, and I was thinking, just went to go look. It was one of those, I kind of got just that funky feeling, you know. I went to the gun safe and noticed that both my semi-automatic pistols were missing.
Do you remember how many times you shot?
Once or twice.
What did you feel when you walked over there?
I don't know. I remember being in the bathroom and then going out. I got mad when I pulled the trigger, and I think I hit someone. And then alarms went off, and the cop showed up. That was it.
Did you say anything?
I think I yelled.
What did you yell?
I don't know. I was mad. I heard someone.
Did you hurt someone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hurt several people.
Nathaniel is apparently having sudden amnesia about what happened at the library, and he is quick to blame others.
I've been getting picked on and beat up. Everyone hates me. I was just mad about that.
Did you tell anybody how you were feeling?
No.
Why not?
Everyone's got their own problems.
Nathaniel says that he could talk neither to his church nor his girlfriend because he didn't want to upset them with the bad
Vous voulez pas les
things he
contrarier
was
avec les mauvaises
thinking.
pensées qui lui traversaient l'esprit.
Nathaniel shares that he's dating his pastor's daughter, and he tells detectives that he
Il sort avec la fille de son pasteur et il a dit aux détectives, what?
became a born-again Christian a month
chrétien
before the
évangélique
shooting.
un mois avant la fusillade. Ah bah génial.
Did you decide that it was enough? Had you been thinking about this for a while?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
How did you get the courage to do it today?
I don't know. If I remember, I don't even know how I got to the library.
You knew it was wrong. So, what do you think was going to happen? What would be the outcome?
I don't know. I did.
So why did you shoot those other people?
I don't know.
Nathaniel doesn't provide much in terms of his own motivations, so police must look in the place where he documented his ideas. Those 2 videos Nathaniel recorded only minutes before heading to the library.
Hi, I'm Nathaniel Ray Jewett, and I was making this because it's about to be 0 hour. My thing was when I lost hope, or when I just couldn't take it anymore, is when I was going to do it. It's that time. So, I'm about to go NBK, Natural Born Killer.
Natural
This
Born
isn't
Killer.
like, no, but Columbine inspired me. It's not that. This is my own thing. Oh, I love you, Dad. I love you, Mom. I acted alone. This was no one's fault. It's kind of my own.
Despite this remark, Nathaniel spreads the blame around, claiming that harassment at school culminated in his getting suspended for a fight he didn't start. A cell phone video of the fight tells a different story.
What? Il tape quelqu'un?
Stop! That's enough! He's pulling his hair.
Regardless of the fight's details, it's clear that there's much more going on in Nathaniel's head than one schoolyard scuffle.
I feel as though there's no
Il aurait pu le faire même à l'école. Hein.
other way about this. I have some mental issues going on. It's not like I'm hearing voices or anything. I'm angry at the world, and I have so much anger, and I can't. I'm a TUER. I have so much anger, frustration, and just hopelessness. This needed to happen. It's probably going to shock a lot of people. No one's ready for this. I'm really mad. I'm in a really mad mood, and this is kind of for people getting bullied, because I'm blaming, that's one of the big reasons, and just because I'm sick.
Nathaniel's ultimate reason behind carrying out a mass shooting is horrifying in its emptiness.
Now, why I did this, I don't know either. I couldn't really see myself doing anything else. That's it. Thank y'all.
Il était tellement genre sans espoir, il disait qu'il se voyait rien faire d'autre que ça, genre tuer des gens. Mais il faut vraiment être un trou de balle quoi.
Thanks to everyone that was nice to me. Yeah, alright. I just gotta...
Nathaniel Ray Jewett pled guilty to 30 felony counts, including 2 charges of first-degree murder for the killing of 61-year-old Wanda Walters and 48-year-old Christina Carter. 4 others were wounded in the attack, including 10-year-old Noah Molina,
Blessé.
his sister Alexis Molina, library patron Howard Jones, and circulation assistant Jessica Thrawn.
Okay.
On February 15, 2019,
Il sourit.
17 months after the shooting,
17 mois après la
Nathaniel was given
fusillade,
2 concurrent life
condamné
sentences plus
à 2
40
peines de prison
years.
perpétuité
At the time
concurrentes.
of his sentencing,
40
he
années
would have been
supplémentaires.
eligible for parole no sooner than the year 2051.
Et il pourrait demander qu'une sortie à partir de 2051. Chef, fils de pute, va.
However, a
Mais j'ai l'impression que ça lui fait ni chaud ni froid.
controversial new bill was signed into law in 2023, banning life sentences in New Mexico for convicted juveniles. Under the new law, juvenile offenders may seek parole after serving 15 years.
Ah, sauf que dans l'état où il a fait ce massacre, les tueurs juvéniles peuvent demander après 15 ans de prison une sortie.